Hi everyone, thank you for joining me for this week's reading. I will be working with the Oracle of Shadows and Light. Normally I don't pick this deck, but it kind of flashed in my mind this morning and I felt like, okay, maybe there's a message in this that needs to come out. So I will be working with this particular deck for this week's reading. As always, I just want to bring to your attention that these are general readings, so the readings may or may not resonate with you. I'm just burning some Palo Santo. I like to clear my space before I do any kind of divination readings. So let's get on with the reading. Let's see what Spirit wants to bring through for this week. Just setting the intention is for the collective, and I'm focusing on 3 cards, please, for this week's reading. What needs to come through for the collective for this week? So this is a great deck to work with in terms of if you want to do shadow work. Okay, so we all have light and shadow aspects within us, right? So this is a great deck if you want to do your shadow work. That means your inner work. This one flips, so I'm going to take that. Oops. Okay. So we have 4 cards here, okay? So the first card that came out was this one. And it says Angel de los Muertos. I hope I'm saying this right. It's transition to the spirit realm. And this is something, you know, that when I went to Mexico, like I saw quite a lot of it, these skulls and, you know, this artistic work. And I'm not exactly sure what's the story behind it, but when I asked them, it's like they celebrate death. Okay, they celebrate death and they take it as a transition. But I'm gonna read these intuitively. So the first card, like I said, it's this card to me, it feels like death, rebirth. And it's not only death, rebirth, but celebrate your endings. Make peace within yourself with your endings. Okay, just like these skulls are decorated, right? It's like they celebrate the dead. Okay, but this feels more like celebrating aspects of you or parts of your life that have ended. And those aspects of you that have shed, because we're all learning, growing, transitioning, right, with each stage in our lives. But, you know, you grieve it and then you celebrate it, because out of this death comes new life. Okay, and I'm drawn to actually read this, transitions to the spirit realm. For some of you, you guys have really lost someone you loved. That's also what I'm getting, okay? You guys have really lost someone you love, and no matter what you do, you can't, like, what I'm getting is they are still and they will always be a part of your heart, a part of your life. I'm also getting with this card that they are transitioning, they are evolving as a soul on the other side, just like you are evolving as a soul, as an individual on this 3D reality, right? So what I do is normally I read the cards and then I read it collectively and I see if I'm picking on any other energies. So for now, I feel like I need to move on to the next card, but this is a very significant card. I just know that the next card we have is Lady with the Bosch Egg, okay? And it says ancient wisdom. Now I apologize because I don't know the story and the details behind the Bosch egg, but what I do is, like, I read this intuitively. Now the egg to me signifies fertility, new life, giving birth to a new life. What I'm getting with this card and the way she, you know, the way she has this look, okay, she has this look. What I'm getting from this card is you hold knowledge within you that does not only come from this lifetime, It's not something that's acquired only through books and through learning and through going through classes or reading books or whatever it may be. It also comes through your past lives, especially with this card right next to it. It comes through your past lives, and you hold, it's like a nugget of gold. It's like this nugget of wisdom, okay, that you hold within you. And you know, the look that she has is almost like, I know. It's like when someone is telling her something that she is listening to, she has her own wisdom, her own ancient wisdom, like this, you know, this card says ancient wisdom. Now, for many of us, you know, if you're drawn to the healing arts, if you're drawn to divination, if you're drawn to any form of esoteric learning and teaching, you've had past lives where you were either a healer, a wizard, a sage, or something or the other on those lines, a priest, a priestess, where you were also, you lived lifetimes studying, or you had lifetimes where you did this work. Like, a lot of my healing work that I do, even though I'm a Reiki master, I've studied my Reiki, a lot of my healing work that I do is working with my guides. So yes, I do Reiki, but I am intuitively always connecting with my guides when I'm doing this stuff. And it's almost like I enter into these vortexes when I'm doing these healings for people, and I'm connecting with their energy, and I am clearing and working through that. And this is not something that I was taught. In fact, most of my channeling and stuff, everything that I do is not what I was taught. I started my journey by learning reflexology, and I wanted to be a healer, but I never thought it would lead me on a completely different direction. And I feel most of the things that I do now are not even taught, they just came to me. So just like this, going back to this card, it's like you have this wisdom. You have this wisdom within you, and it's not something that I can say that meditate and tap on it. Yes, you could do that, but it's like when you do this kind of work, when you do anything that your soul is calling you to, like for example, there are artists and there are musicians who may just, start playing the keys by themselves, or start creating masterpieces by themselves, right? And you will wonder, where did they learn? How did they get this creative idea? But they probably had lifetimes mastering this, and they're born with these gifts, because these gifts are part of our DNA and they can be activated at any time. So I do feel with this card that there is some wisdom, there is some gift, there is some knowledge that you have that is very sacred. That is very sacred, okay? And it comes from other lifetimes. You've had a lot of death, rebirth, not only in this lifetime, but in several other lifetimes that you have acquired this wisdom. Now, interestingly, we have the third card we have is Voodoo in blue, and it's written back off, okay? It's giving me different messages, but the first thing that's coming off to me is some people want to mess with this gift of yours. They want to take, or they want to pollute in some way what you hold so dearly. And please take it as it applies. This could also be about a work situation, or about your life, or I'm getting so many messages with this. This could be just because you are so different. There could be people around you who don't like it, who are jealous, who want to, they're just jealous of your goodness, or they're just jealous of your gifts, or they're just jealous of what you have going for yourself. And this back off is really standing out to me. It's almost like, with the look that she has, she's like, don't mess with what I have within me. You can't steal this, which I have worked lifetimes to bring forward. You can't mess up what I have worked lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes to bring this forward and to be with this nugget of wisdom that I have acquired through all these lifetimes. For some, you have to have good boundaries, solid boundaries, protect your energy, use discernment, understand what is yours and what is not for you, right? Be clear about that. For some, you may feel like you need protection rituals, like you may feel like you're energetically attacked, or you may feel psychically attacked. And guys, these things can happen. I am very intuitive. Sometimes when I am doing a meditation, I can actually feel if there is a dagger in my back, and energetically I can pull that out. I can do that because I can tell. I'm very sensitive, and even, for me, if there's something in my energy, it's almost like, when you get a splinter in your finger and it's so insignificant, you can just let it go, but it's still a part of you because it's pricked in your finger until you don't take it off. It's like, it keeps nagging in your mind, keeps pricking you. So that's the kind of energy that I'm picking, is protect. What I'm getting is protect what you hold dearly in your heart. Protect your ideas, protect your dreams, protect your energy, okay? By using discernment, by knowing what situation is for you and what situation is not in your favor, and stepping away from the situations that you know are detrimental for your well-being. I had to have a drink. So basically, what I'm getting is, be mindful of your energy and see what is in alignment with you and what really isn't. And back off from those situations that are not good for you. Some of you guys have such an amazing energy. You are light workers. You can even clear out, dark energies, dark attachments, or voodoo, or any negative dark stuff that is done on others. Know that your guides will help you. I have been very successful in breaking negative spells that were done. It's not something that were done on my clients. It's not something that I'm trained in, but through my healing, like I said, I do my healing with my guides. I've been able to clear that. Once again, these are gifts that come from other lifetimes, and you may not even be aware of it till you actually start working on it. So just giving you an example, take it to how this applies to your life, okay? And for some, you got to keep your energy levels high. You got to keep your vibration high. With this card, I feel like don't get involved in things, like don't be mindful of what you're watching, be mindful of what you're eating, be mindful of who you're hanging out with, be mindful of the energy that they bring to you. Does it feel in alignment with you? Does it serve you? Is it for your highest and best? Keeping all those things in mind. Lastly, we have Fairy of the Highlands. Fairy of the Highlands, and the messages, it's time to be brave. And she's holding a sword. If you look at her face, she's almost she looks a bit scared to me. She's scared, but she's holding a sword. So it's almost like you may be afraid to take the next step, even though you know it is the right step. Because she's holding the sword, I feel like you have what it takes to overcome your current challenges, okay? For some, you are dealing with people who are doing some kind of crappy, shitty stuff, and I'm sorry to say that, okay? I feel like I have to say what I'm getting intuitively, guys. That's what a reader does, okay? Don't shoot the messenger. So, but I just feel like there are some people who are sending negativity your way. They are sending negativity your way. And look at the look she has. Like, it's almost like, I don't want to fight. I don't want to be in a conflict. But if you are putting me in a situation where I must hold my sword, I will do that. Okay? And you know, with this cloak, I almost feel like if she takes out this cloak, she's got a superwoman costume inside. That's what I feel with this. It's like I feel like she doesn't know her own strength. She doesn't know her own power, and she's all cloaked up because she's got these fears and she's got all this self-doubt, but she's holding a sword. And for some, this is like, it's time to be brutally honest about your life. It's time to cut out those things, whether it's habits, behaviors, things. I feel like you know what you have to cut off, because there is some negative stuff that is holding you back from well, nothing can hold you back from your wisdom. Only you can come in your own way, guys. Only we can come in our own ways, through our fears, through our limitations, through our programming, right? But once we overcome it, and how do we overcome it? We overcome it through our own strength. We overcome it through our own beliefs in ourselves. And I hate to put it this way. It's like some people want you to fail. Some people want you to not be in this place. But it's like you gotta stand your ground. You gotta hold that sword, and you gotta be strong within yourself. If you're going through a situation like that, it's testing you. It's testing your inner strength. It's testing all that you got within, and you got that within. And in a way, it's also forcing this wisdom, this strength, this energy that is within you to actually come out, to leap out. Because it's like all your life, maybe you never thought you had this strength, this power, these gifts within you. And all these people that are triggering you they're serving as mirrors for you to see your own beauty. They're serving as mirrors for you to see your own strength, for you to see your own light, your own power, and how you can rise above this. Because I feel like she can, if she starts believing in herself, only if she starts believing in her own inner strength, she can overcome anything, because it is within you. You've lived past lives. You have gifts that come from other lifetimes, and they can be only tapped into when you walk your truth, when you walk your path. Okay, I think this has been a very long video. I really hope you enjoy this, but I feel these messages needed to come. Normally I don't pick this deck, but anyways, guys, you guys have a good one, and thank you so much for watching.